Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm confident okay, it's working. Good deal. Hey, thank you guys for joining me. How is everybody doing on this fine Friday? Fright night. Yeah, sorry for the lack of live streams of lately. I know I post a lot more normally, and I've been trying to go live a lot. Liminal, how you doing? Shane, New Zealand, Yellow Rice Boy, Anna John, Jimmy, how are you guys doing? It's going pretty good, Mike. Thank you so much for asking, man. If you guys are hopping on in, by the way, and have never hit, do me a solid, hit that like button, go down below, slap that new thumbs up. And by the way, I did just post some new emojis that you guys can use if you become members. So you can see some of them demonstrated right there. We got a church emoji being used. Love it. It looks good, man. I know exactly what it is when it pops up. Hey, damn it, Bobby. Love the name. Love that name. Thank you so much for joining. Yo, what's good? Hey, not much, man. How about you? How is your day going? How is the afternoon going for you? Well, afternoon, morning, or wherever you are in the world. Thank you for displaying some of those new emojis, man. I appreciate it, Francis. Francis. I almost sounded like I wanted to say franchise. Thank you guys for hopping on. It means a lot. It means a lot. If you have any questions, by the way, if you want to know anything like paranormal future investigation reactions or anything like that, ask me away. Ask away whatever you want to know. Let me know. And if you're new around here and have never talked to me before, please make it a thing to where you guys start coming around and talking to me. I'm trying to be as open and as thinking of the word to use, as social with my community as I possibly can be. Social is the word I wanted to use. How's it going, Anna John? Thank you again. Thank you so much. It's got a death curse. That's right. 3 days ago, I lost my phone in a different city, so I couldn't join your lives. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Completely understandable. That sucks that you lost it in a city, though. Actually, speaking of losing your phone in a city, this morning I did a movie reaction for Scream 6, and the Scream 6 reaction, the full uncut reaction, is now up on my Patreon. So I will be posting it to members, by the way. It will be posted. $5 a month will be the early access movie reactions and the uncut movie reactions. So be on the lookout for that one when it comes out. Almost back home from a trip that I'm gonna act like never happened. Damn, that's never fun. We really got a few more people hopping on. An awesome deal. I'm glad to see it. And by the way, what do you think of my cup, guys? My mushroom cup. I feel like I'm getting powerful every time I drink something out of it. You've been so sick last night and today, but you're feeling better? Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm sorry that you were sick, though. That's never fun. I'm going to watch Scream 6 in a few minutes. It's on Paramount Plus for anyone who has it. Yep, that's where I watch mine. Yep, Paramount Plus. Hey, One Darcy, how are you doing this afternoon? Thank you so much for joining, guys. We have a lot of new faces hopping on this live stream. I really appreciate it. Adam hopped on in. Thank you, Adam, for joining. Love to see it, man. Thank you so much. I finally got a new one yesterday. Cool. Glad to hear that. Yeah, that sucks that you lost it, your old one, though. Love your cup, by the way. Oh, thank you so much, Anna. I appreciate that. By the way, guys, if you're hopping on into the live stream and you have not hit that like button, if you're enjoying the live stream, I only encourage you, if you are enjoying the live stream, to hit that like button. If you're not, wait, just give it a few. Maybe I'll change your mind. And I was going to go live earlier, but my buddy Brandon came over. He's the guy I talked about a little while back who broke his leg at work. And he was sitting in my room and we had a conversation about, the situation and everything. And I was just so happy to see him again that I just kind of wanted to do that first. He just came out of nowhere. I was actually asleep on the futon because I had been filming Scream 6 all morning and getting that stuff taken care of that I just was so exhausted. And when I found out, someone came up to my room and knocked on it, I just was like, oh, dude, I got to wake up to talk to him. Gotta wake up and talk to him. He went through a pretty rough break. Now, me and him just talked about it, man. It's like, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Your job is not worth a serious injury like that. In my opinion, it just never has been. So, jobs will come and go, but you only have one life. Don't ever risk your life for a job. Not worth it. Thank you so much for that $1, Yellow Rice Boy. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Who do you have? Oh, you got the REM pod next to your name. Hell yeah, man. Tom, thank you so much for making it again, man. How are you doing on this fine afternoon? And by the way, I will be doing a YouTube short kind of ranking the Scream franchise. I'm only doing it with the franchises that are kind of small. So Scream's not really all that big of a franchise yet. There's only 6 movies, so I figured I was going to make a YouTube short kind of ranking them, so be on the lookout for that. Thought that'd be a fun one to do. The REM pod is so cool. Yeah, I thought that was a really neat touch. Obviously, my channel is not all paranormal related, but the paranormal has, and, you know, scary videos and stuff have been a big part of my life now. So I just want to mix it up as much as I can in that kind of way. Yeah, the REM pod. I think the EMF reader is one of them, too. Hey, Carolyn, how are you doing today? Thank you so much for making it, guys. Hell yeah, we're getting some people hopping on in. This is going to be a good Friday. A haunting in Venice. I keep saying Venice. I apologize, during the trailer reaction, I kept saying Venice. It is Venice, is how you pronounce that. So, I don't know why. The E throws me off. It always has. You said, A Haunting in Venice looks like a pretty good entry in the Agatha Christie series. Yeah, I just found that out, too. I was thinking it was just like a solo haunted house movie. But no, apparently the 2 other movies that came before it, Murder on the Orient Express and the other one, which was something Nile, were actually like movies before that. So I guess this is like a trilogy. I didn't know that until now. So I'm going to have to check out the other 2 movies before I watch The Haunting in Venice. Hello, Cheyenne. Thank you so much for making it. Glad you could be here. How are you doing today? I'm okay just hanging at home, recovering from the surgery. I completely understand. I hope everything is going okay. I hope you're recovering well from your unfortunate surgeries and stuff. Seriously, my heart is with you. Death on the Nile. Thank you so much for correcting me, Liminal. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, that's why I knew it was something Nile. Have you seen Evil Dead Rise? Not yet. It is one of my most anticipated movies. There's 2 movies that are my most anticipated movies. They're both in theaters right now, oddly enough. The Super Mario Bros. Movie, which is my second most anticipated movie of the year, and then there's Evil Dead Rise, which is also in theaters now, so I really got to make it a thing to go watch those. Carolyn, I lost my phone in a different city, and pretty sure a crackhead found it. Oh, that's never fun. I'm fine. Been playing a lot of games with friends lately. How are you? I'm doing pretty solid. I did a movie reaction, by the way, guys. A lot of you guys are not aware of this. I did a movie reaction this morning. Scream 6, the movie reaction, is now up on Patreon. So if you're a patron to my channel, or if you're a $5 member to my channel, you can become one down below now. I will be posting the Scream 6 reaction today on members. So be on the lookout for that. I got to make a thumbnail for it. And then you will see the full uncut reaction to Scream 6. It's been a crazy past 3 days, I bet. And remember, you have to have the password to access those movie reactions, by the way. So you can't just access them willy-nilly, you know, because I'm trying to avoid copyright strikes and claims. But if you have the password, as soon as you become a member, you will know what the password is. So you'll have that password, and you guys can watch the reactions. Hadn't done a movie reaction in a while, and I really wanted to go ahead and get another one kicked out for you guys. I will be doing more, but what a process. I was not a fan of Scream 5, but I'm going open-minded. I definitely think, I will say this, I am pretty confident most people will like Scream 6 more than 5. I'm pretty confident in that. I think there's a lot going for it. Let's see here. Nothing alive from Jordan Can't Fix. Thank you so much. Good evening, the Mermaid Brew. How are you doing today, guys? By the way, guys, we have like 24 viewers right now and only 13 likes. I know for a fact we can do better than that with likes. I'd appreciate it if you guys have not. Go down below, hit that thumbs up. It's okay. I know people forget sometimes when they hop into the live streams or just any video and they forget to hit like. Just remember, hit that like button. Helps with the algorithm. Helps with the video. More people will see it. So I appreciate it. Let's see. I am just not a fan of Scream in general. It's really, you know, it's one of those franchises that I know several people who just are not, like, fans of that franchise. I myself am not a diehard fan of the Scream franchise. I did enjoy Scream 6, though, because it tried to do something different. And honestly, the opening is one of the best openings I think I've ever seen to a Scream movie, in my opinion. But yeah, I genuinely enjoyed this movie. I went in kind of completely blank slate. I wanted to be surprised, and I was genuinely surprised by how much I actually enjoyed the movie. I would say it's probably one I'm going to check out again. Like, it's going to have a rewatch value to it, which is something I'm a fan of. I'm not either. Mermaid Brew. Have you ever seen horror movie Dagon? My favorite. I have not seen the horror movie Dagon. Not a Scream fan. I saw the first one only. The first one's the best one. I'm just gonna spoilers. The first movie is the best movie of the entire franchise, bar none. Wes Craven did a fantastic job. Everything after that has been kind of hit or miss for me. Scream 2 bored me the second time around I watched it. Wasn't really a diehard fan of that one. Scream 3, surprisingly, was a lot more entertaining than I remembered. Still, the story was just kind of meh to me, but it was entertaining. Scream 4, probably the third best movie in the franchise, in my opinion, at this point. And then we got Scream 5, which I just thought was an okay slasher film. Some stupid character decisions, but overall, pretty decent slasher film at the end of the day. And then Scream 6, which I actually probably think is probably the second best of the franchise. Which is not like saying a whole lot, because I really don't think any of the Scream films have lived up to the original. But this was a pretty solid movie, I have to say. I'm the same way, Francis. I actually hated Scream 4 2 at first, and then the second time I watched it, I actually was like, why did I hate this so much? Hey, Angela, how are you doing? Thank you so much for hopping on in. Really glad to see that you made it. Well, then I won't watch the rest for sure. I wanted it to be more scary. It seems like a lot more campy. I will say this. Scream 6 actually has some pretty terrifying moments. I'm not gonna lie. There were some intense moments in Scream 6. I was on the edge of my seat. Not something I could say for the last Scream. The last Scream to me was just fine. It was like, okay, there's some good moments in there. But Scream 6, I will say, is a lot scarier than the Scream. And I also think that being in the city plays a giant role in that, too. You don't know who to trust. You don't know what's going around. I mean, there's people dressed in, like, Halloween costumes all around the city, so you just don't know. And they play on that a little bit. So, yeah. Hey, Jennifer, thank you so much for making it. I'm glad you can make it. Yes, more people are hopping on in. Guys, thank you so much for making it to the live stream. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I saw that they might make a new Final Destination movie. Those I used to like. I gotta say, when I watched Final Destination, I enjoyed the first one. I enjoyed the second one. And by the third movie, I felt it just kind of ran its course, in my opinion, coming from the guy who loves Friday the 13th. But I really thought Final Destination was just kind of like, okay, I think I've seen enough of Final Destination. That's kind of how I had it at the end of, like, Part 3. I don't even think I finished Part 3, to be honest with you. But, you know what? I would be okay. I mean, I'm never going to tell people. Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. I'm one of those people who kind of just never really likes to tell people I'm sick and tired of a franchise, because, in all honesty, I could watch over 100 Friday the 13th movies and still be probably happy. So I will never sit there and tell somebody, like, that franchise has run its course, because, in all honesty, there's a fan base for that franchise who are like, I want another one so bad. And if that brings them joy, then more power to you. I hope you enjoy it. You know, I'm sick of Marvel films, to be honest. I'm sick of the Marvel Cinematic Universe and how many movies they come out with every year. And at this rate, I'm just kind of just done seeing the trailers. I literally haven't even reacted to the Blue Beetle trailer, which is DC, not Marvel. But I haven't reacted to the Blue Beetle trailer. I haven't reacted to the new Marvel films that have dropped trailers recently. I haven't done any of that stuff. I'm just burnt out on all of it. MJ the Unusual, how are you doing? Hey, just watched Scream 6. How are you? Oh, nice, man. I actually just watched Scream 6 this morning and have a movie reaction for it up on my Patreon and Here Soon members. So, hell yeah, man. I could never have my favorites, and anything that comes out of them, I will dive into. Exactly, right? Gotta go. Take care, Jordan. All right, Rhiannon, thank you so much for hopping on in. Hope you have a great afternoon. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Final Destination 2 did for Highways that Jaws did. Yeah, that shit was unsettling. Yeah, in Final Destination 2, absolutely agree with you there, man. Hey, yo, Jordan. Hey, Sebastian. How are you doing, dude? Hell yeah. They are, which is unfortunate. I agree with that, Cheyenne. I really do. DC is trying too hard to be Marvel. They're trying to get funnier. They're trying to get more lighthearted. Big mistake, in my opinion, because Marvel's already doing it, and it does it very well. So when you try to copy somebody, in a sense, you kind of come off like you're giving us second-rate content instead of making your own original, you know, atmospheric movies. I mean, I really feel like DC is so good at the dark stuff, and Marvel's so good at the brighter stuff, that you should almost keep it that way and just make good fucking movies. DC. Just make good, solid movies, and you don't have to worry about copying Marvel. I loved Man of Steel. I will defend that movie till the day I die. I really enjoyed Man of Steel. I mean, DC, you came out with fucking the Dark Knight trilogy. Granted, it was directed by Christopher Nolan, but those movies were so fucking fantastic. I would even argue that most people I talk to who love superhero films always say that the Dark Knight trilogy are like among their favorite superhero films, even over some of the best Marvel films. So you can do great movies, it's just you're not giving it your all. Basically, Warner Brothers is trying to one up Disney, yeah, which is that's a big that's a huge leap for Warner Brothers. Don't get me wrong, Warner Brothers has a lot for like going behind it too. Warner Brothers has a lot of movies. As a matter of fact, I think the number one selling movie of the world may be a Warner Brothers property. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, they do great, but Disney practically runs everything now. I mean, it owns Marvel, it owns Star Wars, it owns the Muppets. It's got so many giant properties underneath it now. I just don't see how anybody can beat it at this rate. Let's see. The Hunger Games has a new movie coming out. I couldn't be more excited. You know, here's the thing. I actually didn't love the Hunger Games franchise, but I saw that they dropped the trailer for the new one. I think it's called the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, I want to say. I'm curious. I need to check out that trailer still. I saw they did drop one. I just haven't watched it. I'm only going to be selective with Marvel and DC. Like, I'm going to see The Flash, but only for Keaton's Batman. I don't blame you. I think that's why most people are going out and seeing it. I certainly don't think people are going out and seeing it because of Ezra Miller. I certainly am not seeing it for Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller, to me, doesn't really deserve to be in film anymore after the shit he's pulled and continues to pull. He's kind of a douchebag. I won't even lie. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. Ezra Miller's kind of a psychotic douchebag. Disney ruins almost anything, everything instantly. You know, it's kind of funny, man, because I actually was about to say, before you said that, I was about to say, like, if they can release good movies, that would be a big plus. But, like, recently, Disney has not been releasing great movies. I've been surprised how much I have really not wanted to go back and watch more recent ones. Actually, I'll say this. Pixar is doing fantastic still. Turning Red, I thought, was an awesome movie, and I still stand by that. But when it comes to their... I can't really say much about Marvel, but when it comes to, like, their Star Wars stuff, I haven't seen The Mandalorian, so I can't say much about The Mandalorian. I'm not going to even count The Mandalorian because it's like a series on Disney+. I'm talking about their movies right now. When it comes to their movies, I have been so underwhelmed with all the Star Wars movies that have come out after The Force Awakens. Rogue One I thought was a pretty damn decent time. But then we get, like, The Last Jedi, which I just thought was a dumb, I hate to say it, but I didn't like it. And then we got fucking not The Force Awakens, The Rise of Skywalker, which I thought was the laziest movie I had seen in so many years. It was so lazy. The writing, the character decisions, the fact that they brought back somebody who wasn't even hinted at in the last couple movies for no reason whatsoever besides we just had nowhere else to take it. I don't know how you come up... I'm mind blown how you don't come up with a fucking story years before you started making these movies. Like, you had no idea where you're going to take the franchise. It made no sense to me that they didn't have a plan. Made no sense. Multi-billion-dollar company, and you didn't have a solid plan going forward. And Star Wars, I'm not even that big of a fan of Star Wars, so I'm not really pissed off or annoyed too much. I have the original trilogy is a fine trilogy. I like it a lot. The first Star Wars movie the very first Star Wars movie, A New Hope, is actually my personal favorite Star Wars film. So, I grew up with The Phantom Menace. I grew up with that original prequel trilogy, so it's kind of like nostalgic to me. But the newer shit, man, I actually will say I like the prequel trilogy more than the newer stuff, because at least the prequel trilogy had an idea of where it was going to go. This new series did not have any idea where it was going to go, and it just felt like a bunch of combobulated movies that made no sense. Sorry. Member for 5 months, Nick and Thor. Hell yeah, man. Thank you so much. I love that. Thank you so much. You're one of the reasons why my channel might continue after 2025. I love you, buddy. The pump out low-quality sequels, Pixar doesn't usually answer for... No, I'm glad they don't either. Pixar's been doing good. They should never change. Let's see here. Mandalorian is the best thing Star Wars has done since the original trilogy. In my opinion, you're not the only person to think that. There's a lot of people who will agree with that. Working, just dropping in. Aw, that's okay, Nick and Thor. I hope you're having a good day at work, man. I saw someone hopped on in. I did not catch your name. Jax, how you doing, man? Thank you so much for making it. Glad you can make it. I like the first season. I try, man. Hey, I appreciate it, though. Exactly, I'm disappointed in Star Wars as well. It gives me the original trilogy. Give me the original trilogy that I grew up with. That's all I need. It's probably the best that Star Wars has ever done, is that original trilogy. Let's just be honest. Imagine being a billion-dollar company and making such low-quality films. Look at Avatar 2. I haven't seen Avatar 2, so I can't really say my personal opinion on that. I thought the first Avatar was fine. I didn't think it was as great as many people made it out to be. It was fine to me. I was like, oh, okay, this is a decent time. But I didn't, like, love it. I wasn't, like, gargling on its rod. Like, it was fine. It was a good movie. It's just long, but good. Long movies make me nervous, man. When I have to sit down and watch a long ass movie, I'm just wanting to watch a movie, enjoy it. And if the movie is, good enough and well paced, it goes by quick. But, the first Avatar movie did not go by quick in my opinion. It was a slow burn. And I don't mind slow burns. Before you start jumping on the hate wagon, I don't hate slow burn movies. I like some slow burn movies. The movie's got to be interesting enough for me to like it, but Avatar to me was just kind of fine, Gargling on its rod, blue rod, that is, yeah. To be fair, many production companies are cutting down on their budgets. Yeah, they are. And honestly, you know what? I will say this, though. They should. They should. You don't need to spend billions of dollars to make a good movie. It's been proven many times. Joker was made on a budget of $1 million. I'm pretty positive. Actually, I'm going to look that up right now because don't quote me on that. Joker 2019. Let me go ahead and tell you the budget of Joker. I'm pretty sure it was $1 million, if I'm not mistaken. And don't tell me, by the way, because I want to look it up myself. Ooh, sorry. My throat. Okay, so Joker cost... Never mind, it wasn't $1 million. I was completely wrong. It cost about $70 million to make. And the movie brought in $1 billion. $70 million movie to make, and it brought in $1 billion. And to be honest, that is not that big of a budget. I mean, some movies spend like hundreds of millions of dollars to make. This cost like under $100 million to make. That's pretty damn decent. And the fact that it brought in $1 billion, that is not an easy thing to accomplish. Hi, I'm here. Never saw the first Avatar. It's okay. It's okay. But, I always recommend people see it first. 70 million is, it's not that much. 70 million is not that much. I don't know why I thought $1 million. $1 million would still be a pretty, I guarantee there's movies out there that cost like probably $1 million to make. Marvel and Star Wars is ruined. Well, it's not everyone's cup of tea, and that's understandable. Absolutely. Hey, Mr. Ink, thank you so much for hopping on in. Glad to see you here. To be honest, though, 7 million is not. Oh, it's not. And the fact that it brought in $1 billion. Woo! I would love that kind of fucking. I would love to make a movie and make $1 billion off it. Oh no! Look, very 80s. Did you see both got lasted by the guy that for thoughts on your Mogwai cartoon trailer? Oh, one sec. Woo! New look, very 80s. Nice. Did you see we both got lasted by the guy for thoughts on your Mogwai cartoon trailer? I saw a So Bad It's Good movie on YouTube recently. Killer Pinata. Oh dear. That sounds interesting. I did not see that though. What did Francis say? Jesus Story, Pocahontas. Imagine Blue Aliens. How you ever... now you've seen it. That's basically... that's the year. And the fact that James Cameron passed on Alita Battle Angel for Avatar 2 is so frustrating. Yeah, I've heard really good things about Alita Battle Angel. I have. I will say, for the most part, though, the reviews and everything for Avatar 2 have been nothing but positive. I've literally not heard one negative review of Avatar 2. So it's got to be somewhat, it at least has to be at the end of the day, a decent movie to watch. I don't think I'm going to watch it and, be like a rewatch thing. But because I don't watch the first Avatar. I know my dad fucking loves the first Avatar, which is understandable. I get why he loves it. But it's personally not my cup of coffee. Again, I'm a horror guy. Love the horror genre. Love slashers. Love zombie films. Love haunted house movies. Love suspenseful stuff. I'm a big fan of that stuff. Avatar's just not up my alley. Hey, Peachy, how are you doing? I just noticed how many fucking EMF readers there are next to people's names. There's like a row of EMF readers going down. I kind of like it. It's kind of neat looking. I almost just grabbed my hat to drink out of. How you doing, Peachy? Started watching your reaction on Scream. Haven't gotten to the end yet, so no spoilers. Right. Well, I appreciate you watching my reaction to the movie. Woo! I have a sore throat. We have a lot of people hopping on, guys. I really appreciate it. If you're hopping on in, leave a comment, especially if you're new here and you've never had a conversation with me. I really appreciate that. I'm trying to get to know everybody. I'm doing well, busy with work and pushing through. Same here. Same here. And by the way, Peachy, since you are a patron and stuff and you're our channel member, I actually just filmed Scream 6 reaction this morning. It took 4 hours to finally get it put together, but the Scream 6 reaction is filmed and everything, so be on the lookout for that. It's already up on Patreon. It's going to be up for members after probably the live stream. I will be putting that up there, so just keep an eye out. Yeah. Next, I will be watching Smile. Yeah. It's just a process. That's the issue right now. The way I have to film the movie reactions is a process, so it's not like I can just film it in one go and just post it now. I actually have to film it like both separately, like the movie and my reaction. It's a bit of a pain. Honestly, honesty is key, and the reason why your videos are so great. Oh, thank you so much, Mermaid Brew. Hello, Catherine. Just want to tell you how much I appreciate you and your content. Respect your honesty. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm glad you could make it to the live stream, by the way. I really am. I'm always honored to see new people hopping on into the live streams, helping me get to know more people in the community and stuff. We have a great community here, and I'm glad that you're sticking around, and I'm glad you love the honesty. I know it can hurt people's feelings sometimes. I know I could probably get under people's skin sometimes when I say things that just come out of my mouth when I'm watching something, but I can't help it. That's just who I am. If I find something that annoys me, I'm gonna say it, and I really hope more people... I think it's important for people to accept honesty, even knowing, yes, sometimes it might really get under your skin or hurt your feelings. I'd rather listen to somebody's brutal honesty, you know, for that person in general, than just having them lie or, in a sense, suck dick to fucking just satisfy everybody who watches. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. I know I piss people off, but it's fine. It's fine. Tubing, not tubing. Honesty is key and what matters most in this world. I agree with that. Jay, can you record the movie with Streamlabs and your reaction with OBS at the... I have not tried that. That is big brain thinking right there, the Mermaid Brew. That is some big brain thinking. Holy shit. I never even thought about that, and I have Streamlabs downloaded on my PC. Oh my gosh. Mermaid Brew. I'm going to quote the lieutenant from Forrest Gump. My God, Mermaid Brew. You're a goddamn genius. I'm about to try that. I'm about to try it. See what happens. Oh, well, sometimes it hurts to have an opinion. Too many people aren't used to getting the truth nowadays. Yeah, no, it's... Here's the thing. It's like, it's not even... My opinion is my truth, right? If you don't agree with me on certain things that Sam and Colby do, that's fine. Or, I only say Sam and Colby because that's normally where I get the biggest criticisms. But any of the channels I watch, if you don't agree with me, I mean, you don't agree with me, like, about movie reactions. I say some things about movies that sometimes get under people's skins. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. That's 100% fine. You can leave a comment and tell me why you don't agree with me, and then we can have a discussion, and, you know, at the end of the day, it's your opinion, it's my opinion. You know, that's the important thing. It's just an opinion. It's not gonna pull a gun out. It's not gonna shoot you in the foot. It's just an opinion. That's all it is. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm not trying to piss people off. But sometimes people really get annoyed. I mean, there's people who tell me all the time franchises that I love deeply. Friday the 13th, one of my favorite franchises of all time. People tell me all the time that the franchise is repetitive. It sucks. It's stupid. Jason sucks. Michael Myers is better. Jason's a ripoff of Michael Myers. And I'm like, okay, I can't, you know, that's your opinion. That's how I handle it. But again, not everybody's me, so it's long though. I haven't just been looked up. Ibi Plaza, I'm sold. Ibi Plaza, yep. Just saw Sam and Colby on Dr. Mike channel talking about his cancer. I actually watched that interview the other day. I didn't do a reaction to it. I didn't find the need to do a reaction to it. It's not really something that's scary or creepy or something like that. I watched it in my own time. Very interesting stuff. Obviously, I wish nothing but the best for Colby, whatever decision he makes to do. I think he said he was going to do the chemo. So, we need more people like this in the world. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's a big compliment. I actually do take that to heart. I really appreciate that. I do and say what I want when I want, and I don't give a damn what anybody thinks about me, which is why I wouldn't make it as a YouTuber. But guess what? I don't care. Well, I mean, actually, in a sense, you probably could make it as a YouTuber because a lot of people actually have a lot of respect and admiration for people who just don't suck dick. In other words, I don't. I don't. If I don't like something, it doesn't matter if I like that person or not. If I don't like something they do, or maybe they say, or maybe I normally call it out. I just do because that's not what I would do in that situation. Now, sometimes I go back on what I say and I'm like, okay, maybe I was a bit too harsh there. Maybe it's like, maybe he said that in the heat of the moment and he wasn't thinking. And that happens. That really does. We're all human beings. We all say stupid shit. I've said stupid shit before. I really have. I'm not cut away from this. So, trust me, I always do correct myself when I feel like you're probably right. Like, yeah, it's raining here. Our theater showed it in a teaser for the Birds remake, produced by Michael Bay, coming out, and it looks bad, to be honest. Also, Bay's such a unlifting choice for a Hitchcock remake. Yeah, it's a very weird choice to get someone who's so out there and destructive to direct a very calm, horrific movie like The Birds. Yeah, it's a very interesting mix, I'll tell you that. There are lines. I love honesty. I love people being authentic. I think that's the key for life, but that doesn't give people the right to hurt others, to cause damage to anyone, and be a bigot. Yeah, it's like, exactly. It's like, if I got like a death threat, here's an example. If I got like I received a death threat because I said something about Colby, I'm going to go ahead and say Colby because I know he's probably the more beloved out of the two and he's like, everybody talks about him. But let's say I said something about Colby, right? And it was maybe let's say, for example, and he's never done this to my knowledge. Let's say he says something disrespectful to one of it, like someone, like say he backtalked somebody, right? Like say someone helped him out and he backtalked them. And I called him out for that. And someone said, "How dare you? That's Colby Brock. Fuck you. I hope you die. As a matter of fact, wait for me. I'm going to do it." Or something along those lines, right? I mean, good golly. I don't think anybody should ever, like, if someone does something like just horrible, right, on camera, I think it's important for people to call them out on it. I do, and I'm not saying he's ever done anything bad. So don't start throwing words in my mouth. I'm not saying any of these guys have done anything that bad. To where I'm gonna just like say oh, shame on you and stuff. And maybe I have sometimes, like is that, for example, when like Sam insulted that portrait of that lady, saying, "Ew, she didn't really look like that, did she?" And I was just kind of like, that was pretty fucking rude. But I wasn't the only person who thought that. There was someone in the room with them who couldn't keep their mouth shut and was like, that was rude. Like, it wasn't just me thinking it. I just also was not afraid to say it. That's the thing, right? Threatening someone's life and safety is a crime, so yeah, don't need to deal with that. No, I would never deal with that. If someone threatened my life, I'd just block them from my channel. If I had to be honest. If someone came on my channel and said, "I'm gonna kill you, bro," I'd be like, okay, well, I'm blocking you. You're no longer allowed on my channel. If you're just going to make death threats to me, I have no interest in that shit. But it's not even me just getting death threats, man. If it was like, if they were like threatening my cat church or something, or my family, I would fucking lose it. I have not played Dead Island 2 yet. Kayleen hopped on in. Hey, Kayleen, how you doing? The Mermaid, I agree with that. Of course, no one deserves to be abused or disrespected. No, no one does. You're right. That's what I like about you, Jordan. You're sincere, you're a straight shooter, but you also don't purposely go out of your way to hurt someone. Oh yeah, no. You gotta understand. You like, everybody I wish who actually watch the same understand this. I have a lot of respect for that channel. I really do. At the end of the day, I have a lot of respect for them. And there's a lot of people who have respect for me. And I know for a fact that if I said something stupid, my community would call me out on it. Right? And it happens for Sam and Colby too. Their community will call them out on it, or somebody will call them. That doesn't mean I hate them. For some reason, people like always assume I hate Sam and Colby because I critique their channel, and it's like, no, I just call them out on things they might say that are stupid. That's all I do. I'm not saying oh, Colby's a piece of shit human being, or Sam's a piece of shit, or like I go off on Corey. Holy shit, Corey's a piece of shit human being for saying something like that, and I don't do that. Thank you. I love my mug too. Thank you so much. I can hear it in your voice when you are talking about it, when you are watching their videos, that you respect them, that you look up to some things they do, that you appreciate some of their work. Absolutely. I appreciate all of their work, if I had to be honest with you. I mean, there's certain videos I'll be like, okay, that was not for me. Like the one with Carl Jacobs and Foolish. It just wasn't for me. At the end, it just wasn't for me. If it works for you, I'm hell of a happy for you. I really am. I'm like, this video is obviously directed at a certain audience. You know, Foolish and Carl Jacobs fans are probably going to really enjoy this video. And they did. So that's great. As a Sam and Colby fan, and I am. At the end of the day, guys, I realize I'm a Sam and Colby fan. I'm surprised I don't have a Sam and Colby Explorer beanie on my head right now. I am a fan. At the end of the day, as a Sam and Colby video goes, I was disappointed because I wanted to see a real cool investigation. And thankfully, the most recent one was a really cool investigation. I know Peachy was for you. I was actually thinking about you, but I was like, Peachy's going to comment saying that's for me. And I look at that. But yeah, no, for someone like Peachy who's a fan of Foolish and a fan of Carl Jacobs, fucking awesome. Sirens are going by the way, if you're gonna hear that in a second. I was disappointed in that one. I also couldn't even finish it. I finished it, and I gotta tell you, at the end of the day, to me, like, if I were to, like, and I actually thought about doing this, guys. I'm not sure if you would like to see one of these, but, one of them, gosh dang. If you would like to see this one day, I thought about doing a tier list ranking for all the paranormal investigations I watched from Sam and Colby. If you would like to see that someday. Yeah, I didn't like him in that video. I'm sure I would love them. And I've seen Carl Jacobs in other videos. I like him. He's cool. And he was fine when he started investigating. And I'm sure I would love Foolish in his streams. I'm sure he's a really cool guy. I'm not denying that. But in that video specifically, it just didn't work for me. Remakes continue to bury the horror genre fear have been good, but most remakes are absolutely sucks. Just bottom line. Some of them have been, yeah. Yeah, there's quite a bit of remakes out there that have really shot their shot at the horror genre, yeah. I mean, let's face it, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 shot the franchise in the foot. I think, personally. I know a lot of people, some people like it. I think it shot the franchise in the foot. The Friday the 13th remake, which actually I've come to appreciate more, but overall, did not really, well, I actually might, it did win some people over, so I have to take that back a little bit. It won a lot of people over. Some people actually say that it's like the best Friday the 13th movie. I don't see that myself. I love part 4. But yeah, Foolish is a very kind-hearted person. I'm sure he was nervous to be on such a big channel. Honestly, he wasn't acting like himself, to be honest. You see? I'm sure he's a great guy. I have no doubt in my mind about that. Trust me. But the video as a whole, though, didn't work for me. It wasn't even just them. It was just a video. It wasn't my cup of coffee. Again, I've said it like a billion times now, and I do apologize. I'm a broken record. But it wasn't for me. Movie time. Have a great Friday, everyone. Hack that like button into bits. All right, Francis. Thank you so much for joining, man. Enjoy. I want to hear your opinion on it. So, I think you're a patron. So, comment your opinion on the movie under the video on Patreon after you watch it. Don't forget the Nightmare on Elm Street remake or the Hitchhiker. I actually enjoyed the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, but I can completely understand. Kind of like I understand with the Friday the 13th remake and Halloween 2, H2, the remake. Why people hate it. And I completely understand why people hate the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. I get it. I really do. I can't argue. I can only tell you why I liked it. I liked the serious tone. I did not like the whole pedophilia thing with Freddy, where they actually like really, where they really hinted at that he was a pedophile. They even showed the pictures, like glimpses of the picture. They were blurred out, thankfully, but basically insinuating that he was molesting the kids at the preschool and shit. That shit I was not a fan of. I was like, I can't root for this guy anymore. And that sucks because you really want to like Freddy because, you know, he's a slasher, he's a horror icon, but if he's a pedophile, you can't root for that. And I'm just sitting here like, this guy needs to die. He just needs to die. At least in the original one, he's funny, he's quirky, he's a badass, he's, you know, a fucking scary dude, but he's not. What was your opinion on Scream? The new one or the first movie? Or the 2022 movie. I could as a whole overall. I mean, if you're talking about the new one, I liked it. I liked it. As a matter of fact, I'd probably give Scream 6 probably like a 7.5 out of 10. I liked it that much. It wasn't something that I'm like, freaking out about. It was like the best movie I've seen in years. Uh, but at the end of the day, it was like it was actually better than I thought it was going to be, and I think it is better than the last one. So, I like the Friday the 13th remake, but I feel the near the end was a little underwhelming. I don't know. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I actually feel that too. I feel like at the end of the movie, I felt like unsatisfied. You're valid for your feelings on him. I understand. Okay, I'm back. Welcome back, Carolyn. Thank you so much for making it back. And by the way, guys, I see you guys hitting that like button. I appreciate that. We have 60 views and 23 likes. I know for a fact we can at least get this up to 30 likes by the end of the live stream. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for that next level of support. And are you having a good day? I enjoyed 6 a lot more than 5, to be honest. No, I agree with you. I 100% agree. I even saw Scream 5 in theaters, and at the end of the day, it was a fine time. I mean, I had an enjoyable time. It's just, I really feel like Scream 6 did something different, and I think that's what the franchise needed. Yeah. Welcome back, Mermaid. Soon I'm going to watch the original Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, you should. It's a classic. I've actually gone back and forth between like Dream Warriors and the first Nightmare, which is my personal favorite, and it's pretty tough. I'm not impressed, honestly, with the new Scream movies. I mean, I guess for characters like Sydney, it was okay. Swan Song, but for the introduction of the illegitimate daughter of the past killer, not so. I can respect that. I mean, that's a pretty respectable opinion. I actually like the fact that they decided to go with like Billy Loomis's daughter. I thought that was a very interesting way to take it. And I do like the things with Skeet Ulrich in the movies so far. So I'm fine with it. I like it. I think it's I like it more than what I feel like they were probably going to do with the franchise. I'm having more fun with it right now than I thought I would, honestly. And I got to say, some of these new Scream movies are better than the Scream 2 and 3 in my opinion. Just like how they switched with the whole place, but I do like that they did follow Stab on how this one was. Yeah, Stab played a big part in this movie. Yeah, our local theater is doing an Alien and Aliens double feature, so that's fun, especially because I'm going to see it with my cousin, and they never watched it because in my opinion, Alien still holds up. It does though. I remember I watched Alien and Aliens for the first time about 2 to 3 years ago, and I was like, damn, these are really damn decent movies. I actually like the first Alien more than Aliens. I know that's not a popular opinion, but. Thank you. I got an ice cream sandwich. Ooh, nice. Needed the snack to continue the nice chats. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much. Classic Cheyenne plus baby Johnny Depp. Yeah, he's pretty fucking young in that movie. That is awesome though. I wish our local movie theater did more stuff like that. Played older movies, but nope, they're always playing the new stuff. I'm telling you right now, if they did like a Friday the 13th marathon down at this movie theater, I'd be there in a heartbeat. The True Carolyn, he was so fun in that movie. Crop Top, hello. It took me forever to realize that was Johnny Depp. I was watching with my buddy Lane. He's like, yeah, guess who that is, man? Did you know that's Johnny Depp? And I'm like, no fucking way, that's not Johnny Depp. And then I realized it by looking at him. I'm like, oh my god, it is Johnny Depp. I like them both a lot, but I prefer the OG a bit. Yeah, same here. Same here. I think Aliens is a really good movie. I think it's like a really good action film, but I'm more of a horror fan. As I've said several times, I'm more of a horror guy. So like the first Alien movie is just a perfect one of those really good atmospheric horror movies. I have not watched the new Children of the Corn yet. I have not. I've only heard bad things about it. Clearly, I will watch it to give my own opinion, but I really want to watch several other movies before I dive into Children of the Corn remake. I still got to watch Jeepers Creepers Reborn. I know. People are already telling me, don't watch it, Jordan. You're going to scar your eyes. And I'm like, you know what, though? I got to give my own opinion. I got to watch it myself. If there's anything bad with it, I will point it out. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun time. Trust me, it's going to be an interesting reaction at the end of the day. But I get it, guys. I really do. I still gotta watch Smile. There's a lot of movies I want to catch up on from last year. A lot of movies, so we have a lot to do. And there's a lot of older movies I want to catch up on. LOL, like I watch. I'm gonna try to do that thing. I'm gonna try to do that. Record with Streamlabs and record with OBS at the same time and see if I can film 2 things at once. And if I can do that, guys, I can watch a lot of movies really quick. So be on the lookout for that. I don't mind anything paranormal, but those don't bother me at all. But anything with evil humans, insane people just being awful, that's not for me. I get it. So you're probably not a fan of like The Purge and everything. Yeah. And I gotta say, they played heavily on the whole evil people kind of thing. In the beginning, I mean, the intro, and I'm not going to spoil anything. The intro to Scream 6 is like, wow. I'm such a completionist. I can't start a series without finishing it. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that in a sense. Nope, not a fan. Yeah. I still have a soft spot for Scream 3. Sorry, not sorry. I mean, in comparison to the first Scream, it fails in a ton of... Well, I think most of them fail in, like, comparison when it comes to the first Scream. I have yet to see a Scream movie that surpasses that one. But then again, it's like you have Wes Craven behind it, too. And possibly some of the best Ghostface killers. And, you know, in my opinion, they are the best Ghostface killers in the entire franchise. It's so bad I'm not even joking. Right now, you will have a mental breakdown. Oh, God. I am. Don't watch Jeepers Creepers. Heapers Crappers. I love that name. That's... If they make a parody movie for Jeepers Creepers, it has to be Heapers Crappers. It has to be. When will your reaction of Scream 6 be out? Like on YouTube? YouTube, that's a good question. It might be a little bit, if I had to be honest with you. I'm hoping not, but I'm currently... Every time I edit, and this is why I always push for more members and more patrons to my channel, is because I can at least afford to hire an editor to edit movie reactions for me. I have like 5 to 6 movie reactions that are on Patreon right now that have not been edited and posted to my YouTube channel yet. So I got to get those edited and done and sent to YouTube. But right now, I am not making a lot of money, and it's not cheap to hire an editor to edit the videos. So I got to have money back in me. So that's why I'm always pushing for members. That's why I'm like, you know, if you guys even become a member for like $2 or $1 a month, it helps out at the end of the day, because the more people who help me out, the more I can deliver on content, which is why I always push for it. Same, I don't like those movies either, but I will say this, Scream 6 is already on Patreon. The movie reaction is already on Patreon. That's like and I think movie reactions for early access are $5 a month. So if you are paying like $5 a month, a Maniac with a Machete is what we call them, then you guys can watch the Scream 6 full uncut reaction right now over on Patreon. And it's going to be up on members too. I don't like this movie either. Like I said, Scream 3 Killer does work if that had been in Scream 2 and not Scream 3. No offense to Jackie from Roseanne and Mrs. Loomis, but that was straight out of the first Friday. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I can't argue with that. Anyone excited for Wolf Creek 3? I have not seen the first one. That is one of the movies I will be diving into soon. Scream is probably my favorite horror franchise. I can't blame you there. I can't blame you. I mean, personally, if you hear that, by the way, someone's pouring cat food. I can't blame you. I'm a big fan of Friday the 13th. I'll always be down to watch a new Friday the 13th movie, and the fact that we're getting more Friday the 13th stuff is, I'm so hella happy. I'm hella happy. I guess because I'm 51 now and I have pretty much every type of horror movie conceivable, nothing like that scares me or grosses me out anymore. No, I've seen a lot of horror movies too, like a lot of horror movies, to where it's like I'm not really fazed by horrifying violence anymore. Actually, as a matter of fact, I appreciate the effects more than anything now. It's not even like the fact that it's horrific. It's just I know it's a movie and they're really surprising me how well these effects are. That's what I'm looking at more now than anything. Same, I don't like the movies either. Filmed in the autumn of 2024. Apparently, John Jarrett is appearing at a horror convention thing in Manchester, UK in November. Ooh. Hey, Michael, how you doing? Keep me in your prayers. My chronic pain is keeping me in bed, not feeling good. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Michael. I hope you recover well, man. I hate to hear that. Sorry, dude. I guess I'm 51 now. The Mermaid Brew. Have you seen Detective? Hope you're feeling better soon, Michael. I love Scream as a whole as well. It's maybe the most technically best movies, but they're so entertaining to me that they suck me in. They're entertaining. I really can't argue that. Like, even if you think they're bad, at least, you know, at the end of the day, it's not like you were bored watching them. They're kind of out there, but at the end of the day, you know, depending on how it pays off for that person will determine whether it wins you over or not. I know it doesn't pay off for a lot of people, so I get it. Brandon Whip just hopped on, and how you doing, man? Thank you so much for hopping on. And by the way, we are almost at 30 likes on this live stream right now, guys. You are the fucking best. Thank you so much for hitting that like button. Really easy to do if you have not. Just go down below, hit that thumbs up for me. Helps with the algorithm. More people will hop on into the live stream, so if you want to help out, that's the best way to do it right now. I'm sorry, Jordan, I can't participate because I'm sick. Good night. All right, Michael, no worries, man. I hope you feel better, get a good night's sleep, man. Completely understandable. You don't have to apologize to me. I'm doing pretty good right now. I got a bit of a sore throat. I've been filming a lot recently, and I did a film reaction this morning, a movie reaction, which is up on Patreon now, but so I have a bit of a sore throat right now. After seeing movies like Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpses and The Devil's Rejects and the Strangers films, I'd so like to write a story for a Christmas-themed horror invasion movie like Devil's Rejects. That would be pretty interesting. Yeah. It'd be interesting. I haven't watched House of a Thousand Corpses in a good minute. That is one of my favorite horror films of all time. I love House of a Thousand Corpses, which is why I always give Rob Zombie a chance. That's one of the biggest reasons why, because I just love A House of a Thousand Corpses. With all the true crime that I listen to and watch, the horror movies do absolutely nothing for me most of the time anymore. I mean, yeah, it'll be a little scary, but like reality can be worse. Oh yeah. Have you seen Paranormal Files' new video? It's good. I have not. I'm actually going to be getting back into the serial killer files, as a matter of fact. So if you guys are big fans of the serial killer files reactions, I will be diving more into that here soon. And as you saw, I'm going to be diving more into Dead Meat again. I will try to post a Dead Meat video every Thursday, so be on the lookout for that. Like, you'll get early access on Patreon, and if you're a member to my channel, you'll get early access for those Dead Meat videos, but they'll be posted on YouTube every Thursday, so be on the lookout. To be honest, Scream 1 and 6 are both perfect movies to me. Only 100 movies of like 5,000 I watched to consider truly perfect, but Scream 4, even though not the worst, is very overrated. I think you're right about that. I think Scream 4 is overrated. Okay, I have to head to the gym. Bye, guys. I wish I was heading to the gym. I would love to go to the gym right now. Have fun at the gym, though, PG, and thank you so much for joining. The Mermaid Brew, I have only seen clips of True Detective, but the first season with Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson is brutal. I don't think I've seen that. But yeah, Scream 1 and Scream 6, I think, are the best in the franchise at the moment. And I gotta say, Scream 6 was one of the most brutal Scream films I've ever seen. It's brutal. It is violent. They go for it. Ooh, yes. By the way, I know I look like shit right now. My hair's all crazy. Capooch! How are you doing? Yo, I'm at a track meet. I'm so, right now, so I'll be only on for a bit. But hi, hey, thank you so much for joining, Capooch. I appreciate it, man. And don't worry about it. I completely understand. That's awesome. You're at a track meet right now. Thank you for making it, man. And saying hi at least. Love it. I'll keep in mind. And by the way, thank you so much for being a member, dude. I appreciate that. And by the way, a lot of you guys, I added your names to the end credits of my videos, which is something a lot of people aren't aware of. On the end of every video I post, your names will be added if you are a member or a patron. Kind of gives you a special thanks. And I consider you part of the reason why my channel is doing as good as it's doing. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. I still need to watch Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. Yep, that one my editor is editing right now. I was able to pay him for one movie reaction right now. So he's editing it, and I should be able to post that here soon on YouTube. It's a very disturbing movie. Yeah. Very disturbing. It's very, in a sense, kind of realistic. I still laugh that you put my last name in the credits. Oh, I did. Did I? I did, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I forgot all about that. Thadio, how you doing, man? Thank you so much for hopping on in. Thank you for making it. I was trying to read your emojis right there, man. Sorry. How are you doing on this fine Friday afternoon? You don't have to do that just saying, I know. I don't know why I did it. I don't know why. I guess I just got, so used to seeing your name on, like, the credited stuff on, like, movies and stuff as Cheyenne Medding, and I just kind of like, oh, well, let's go ahead and put it as this on the end credits of my YouTube channel. I still recommend for those who like found footage horror, watch the last horror movie from 2003. I sadly still haven't watched the new Kill Count because I still haven't watched Deep Rising. Probably going to, I haven't seen that. I saw that he posted that. I'm not going to watch it either because I have not watched that movie either. Jay, which one of you, okay. Jay, which one for you is better, if I become a patron or a member? I mean, right now I'm trying to keep up with both as much as possible. So, I mean, either or is fine. I always recommend Patreon because it has the dollar option. If you become a member, it's like a $2 a month option. But either or, it means a lot. I do say though, like each of them has their own ups and downs. Patreon, I tend to post more polls over there, but over on members, you have access to like custom made emojis and things like that. You'll have something next to your name on the live streams. Like for example, if you look over on Carolyn, she has an alien next to her name, or Capuch has a bucket of popcorn because he's been with us for like a month or so. So I would say that there's more fun stuff over here. Like it will show more on the YouTube channel if you become a member. But I'd say it's up to you completely which one you decide to do, honestly. Always pushing for members because, again, I'm trying to hit a certain goal. And by the time I hit this goal, I feel like I'll be bringing more original content, and I can pay an editor to actually help me edit movie reactions more and get them posted like once a week if I possibly can. And I'll be able to film more and easier because I will be able to pay that person to help me out. Yo, what's going on, man? Yo, Jordan, I'm in now. Just came back from helping my sister feed her pets. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you hopping on in. Glad you can make it. Bonamate. I also just released my first original song oh, cool. Congratulations, man. I'm trying to figure out which to watch next on Tubi in terms of horror. Should I finish Squirm or move on to Slugs? I already mentioned how bored I was starting Squirm. I'd say if you're getting bored, if you're that bored, I mean, I always finish a movie, but because you never know, it might pick up, right? But I'd say if you're really not feeling it, yeah, just dive into the next one. Okay, I will make the choice this week, and we will see by next live stream. Ah, cool. Cool, Mermaid Brew. I appreciate that because, again, guys, I'm always trying to get more people to hop on in. The more people will hop on in, the more people will want to jump on in and become members because they think, they'll get that enthusiasm saying, oh, well, this guy, he's bringing out a lot of good content. Maybe there's a lot of good early access, a lot of exclusive content coming out. Give him a shot. And I think I will definitely, it's kind of like my own Explore Club in a sense. It's just I'm not posting behind the scenes stuff because all I do is sit in a room. And that's not really all that exciting. I'm just a lot of reactions right now. But I do hope to do stuff like that where I'm actually making more original content, walking around and going to places. I've been wanting to, but I only now got my Portuguese credit card so I could finally buy things online again. Oh, that's cool. Well, I appreciate that. I mean, that you want to go as far as supporting me like that. It means a lot. Also, recently saw War Games for the first time. Only winning movie is not to play. How about nice game of chess? Only winning move is not to play. How about a nice game of chess? I've been wanting to, but okay, I read that one. I'm making sure I'm caught up with all my comments. I'm both actually. Yeah, Caroline is both a member and patron. There's several people here. There's several. Peachy is also somebody who supports me both on Patreon and member. So I'm thinking of posting on TikTok at the moment. I don't know. Yeah, I've been kind of trying to keep up with my TikTok, but been more focused on my YouTube channel. My dog normally always barks when I'm watching live streams, but he seems very concentrated. He's a fan. I appreciate that. I love that your dog is a fan. Church is not in my room right now. I would show him Church. I'm going to watch Cocaine Bear ASAP. I got the movie on Tuesday. I think I bought the movie on Tuesday myself, actually. It's in my collection. Yeah, she's an MPV. She was my first ever patron to my channel. First ever. We actually went to Texas and met her in person, me and Michael. When Michael was doing the channel with me, we both met her in person. It was really cool. Nicole Mercer, how are you doing today? You're a badass, Nicole, by the way. I fucking appreciate you. Really do. Thank you so much. Glad you can make it to the live stream, too. Oh, by the way, going to Comic Expo tomorrow. Andy Serkis is coming to Oh, lucky. Gollum. Yeah, that's exactly where I know him from. Is Gollum from Lord of the Rings. Absolutely. Lucky, man. Hopefully you get to meet him, and hopefully, you get a picture or something. That is badass. POV just hopped on. We got more people hopping on in, guys. Guys, if you're hopping on into the live stream, definitely leave a comment, chat with me a little bit. We're going to be on for at least another 30 minutes. And because I have to leave around 8. Doing good. Just got off work. Oh, nice. Nice. How's your day at work? Oh, an Evil Dead Spider-Man director, Sam fucking Raimi. Ooh. That's a big one. If I was there, I'd have him sign my VHS tape for Evil Dead. I got offered media pass to go to the Comic Con experience that Sao Paulo, CCC, to interview people and all, but I won't be in Brazil. I hate my life. That's unfortunate. But that is cool that you got an invite, though. That's pretty special. Every time I get a horror movie in the mail, I feel like the Predator when he polishes a fresh skull. That's pretty accurate, honestly. I haven't ordered a Blu-ray for myself in a while. Most of the Blu-rays that have come to me recently are actually sent from you guys. So I appreciate it. I mean, I really do, because at some point those movies will be reactions to my channel. And sometimes you just buy me movies because you just want me to own them, which is very sweet of you too. But those movies, I have a lot of movies over there, and I can't wait to react to a lot of them. There's some of them I've been looking at recently, and I'm like, I really got to get to that. I'm the GOAT. That's right. Cocaine Bear is a fun. It's fun. These letterbox reviewers saying this movie is death of cinema are dramatic. Like, understand everyone has different opinions, but like these reviews are. I don't know what they expected. A movie called Cocaine Bear. What the fuck did you expect? Titanic Part 2? Like, what were you expecting? A movie called Cocaine Bear is obviously a movie trying to have fun with the idea. It makes no sense to me. I miss Sam Raimi. He did a hell of a job on Evil Dead. Yeah, he did. To me, that is still his best. Yeah, I would still say that the first Evil Dead movie, in my opinion, is still my favorite Sam Raimi film. It's the same way, man. The critics and stuff were going after like Super Mario Bros. Too, and they were going after movies like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. And don't get me wrong, I heard Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey is a bad movie, but like, were you expecting something amazing? Were you? Because I hope not. I mean, the movie is like it's pretty self-explanatory. It looks pretty silly. Oh God, no! I couldn't believe that was made by the Asylum company, Titanic 2. I think I might try and post on TikTok if I want to try and grow. I mean, if you want to grow, TikTok's not a bad place to post. Yeah. I also really highly recommend YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts really help out too. Is there really a Titanic 2? Am I missing something? There is a Titanic 2? Even though I mostly watch horror, my favorite Raimi movie has to be Spider-Man 2. I feel like that's a lot of people's, yeah. Spider-Man 2. That one or Evil Dead 2 are like the most talked about Sam Raimi films. Because that's how my friend Party Killer Tunes got noticed. Right, right. Yeah, give it a shot. See what happens, right? Start going for it. What, Titanic 2? I didn't know if it was a real thing or not. Is it really a real thing, Titanic 2? Yeah, I've sent you a couple of the least you need to watch, or maybe one. I think the ones that you sent me, I think I've watched one or two of the ones that you sent me. But yeah, you've sent a lot. I remember people used to send me like stacks of movies, man. And I was so grateful because like, damn, that is like, I've never in my entire life had been sent that much stuff. And I used to get boxes, like giant fucking boxes of just random stuff people would send me. And it was crazy. And I still get packages. Like I'm getting packages right now. I mean, Nicole in the audience, send me quite a few things that I will be unboxing and on live streams at some point. But I didn't even know there was a Titanic 2 from 2010. That's fucking crazy. Why is there a Titanic 2? Makes no sense to me. It's a mockbuster movie? Ah, okay. Yes, there's a Titanic 2 and it's awful. They just switched the Jack and Rose role. CGI is horrendous. Oh my gosh. It won't be an Oscar winner. LOL, come on. Sam Raimi made a superhero horror film called Darkman. Yep. Someone sent me that too. Someone sent me the Darkman trilogy. Bro, I really don't. I don't want the horror movie based on Titanic. They really pretty much started to ruin the thing about Titanic. Just bro. I'm sure it's out yet, but still. I love the Banana Splits horror movie, so I know I will like the Winnie the Pooh horror movie. The Banana Splits movie was a lot of fun, though. I kind of liked it. Sorry, Jordan, I have to go, but I'll be there for your next live. Have a wonderful evening. Okay, Catherine, well, I hope you have a wonderful evening, too, and thank you again for hopping on in and having a conversation with me. I really appreciate that. Take the effing elephant. So many turds have come on in Asylum. I know they're famous for their Sharknado movies. Oh, okay, that's the studio. Gotcha. Z Nation. I hate thinking that I had the correct words in to say, but it didn't actually put it in. No, I completely understand. It's okay. I get it. That scene was funny and very disturbing. Goodness. I haven't had much sleep today. My dyslexia doesn't allow me to see the mistakes I make, so I just own them by now. Yeah, go for it. Mistakes happen. I think I've actually developed a sore throat. I've been filming a lot and talking a lot and yelling a lot. Aw, wow. Thank you so much, Nicole. Damn, I am unworthy of your fucking generosity. I am insanely unworthy of that. You did not have to go that far. You've already done a lot for me. Wow, that's a big donation. Thank you so much. It helps out. It really does. Thank you for that. I don't even know what to say. Good golly. You brought me up to $50 tonight. Damn. Damn. Thank you so much. Hell yeah. It helps. It really does. It helps out. That was very fucking sweet. To be honest, I really didn't enjoy Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and Super Mario Bros. So I kind of get the critics, but like some of them just don't want to have fun. Like for example, Anaconda is fun. What's insane though is that some people were supposed to make the new Titanic ship in real life, but turns out it always gets canceled. What am I, huh? Some kind of circus freak? Maybe you can go get you a movie or something. I probably could, honestly. I probably could. But, I mean, with that donation, I definitely could. So, I fucking appreciate that. You are you're a pretty big fucking sweetheart. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I have no, and honestly, I could say this as many times as I want. I really have no words. I have no words to express my generosity for that. What am I, huh? Some kind of circus freak? Is that it? Is that it? Well, maybe I should wear the funny hat, huh? You like it, huh? See the dancing freak, pay $5 to the dancing freak. Anaconda and Piranha give Brazil a bad reputation, but I actually explained Nicole is the best. Yeah, that was very sweet. That was a very fucking sweet thing. Hell yeah. Anaconda and Piranha give me bad. Sorry, that bit was from Darkman 2. Oh, was it? Okay, that's why I was kind of confused. I didn't understand. I was like sitting here thinking of Pennywise or something for some reason, but yeah, I did not see that movie yet. I gotta go ahead and check that out at some point. Hell yeah. What's your opinion? What's better, Insidious franchise or the Conjuring franchise? Ooh. As a franchise as a whole, I am going to probably have to say, I mean, I love the Conjuring movie. I love the first Conjuring movie than probably any of the other Insidious movies. But I'm gonna go ahead. God, it's tough. It's tough. I want to say Insidious is a better structured franchise, but the Conjuring universe, I feel like, is just. Eh, I don't know. I can't give it. I can't give you an answer for that yet. I can't. A good question though. I forgot about Darkman. Cocaine Bear looks hilarious, silly fun. Love how they used White Line's song in the trailer. There's currently the Winnie the Pooh stage show that's puppets. Hope not affected by the movie. Please react to more Mr. Bone. Thank you so much for joining, Zozo. Is that name based on the demon Zozo, by the way? But yeah, I definitely want to react to more Mr. Ballin. I'm going to try to make it every Monday a Mr. Ballin reaction gets dropped. I'm going to try to make it to where every Wednesday a paranormal investigation reaction is dropped. Try to schedule stuff out more. Trying to be more organized and whatnot. Maybe it'll be easier for me too. I can film a few videos a day and then just schedule them. My internet is going in and out. I will catch you later. Okay, Nicole, but thank you again for your extreme generosity. I have no words to express how much it means to me that you would go that far for someone like me. I mean, I'm not going to say anything about what, the stuff that I've gotten in the mail, but I will say that it was very insanely generous, and I am shocked. And the fact that you just donated another $50 was like, damn. The last Mr. Ballin was tough to get through. I agree, Kayleen. It was very tough to get through. I almost wanted to turn the video off. I was like that sad. No, it was my nickname at school, weirdly. Oh, hey, but hey, it works, right? It works. I didn't even know that it was demonic connection until recently. Oh, really? Really? Yeah. There's a demon named Zozo. Very popular name in the paranormal community. But you're right. I do need to get back to some Mr. Ballin stuff. I'm hoping, again, to post a Mr. Ballin reaction either every Monday or Tuesday. So hopefully we can get that going. Of course, I'll have early access up on Patreon and members. So if you're a $2 or $1 patron or member, then you will get those early access. For me, I think the Insidious franchise is better because the movies are based on lucid dreaming that connects with the spirit world, and it all that happened, and it would be way too scary. I get it. Can't argue that. It's a very well-made franchise so far. Well, except the last one. Maddie, hey! How are you doing? Thank you so much for hopping on in. Hey, you should react to Sam and Colby's 25 by 25 vids. They're definitely the most fun. I think I've reacted to several of those videos, to be honest with you. But thank you so much for joining and being a part of the live stream tonight. Really appreciate that. Hopefully more people like that start hopping on in. More people who normally don't have conversations with me. We got several new people here. But yeah, no, I definitely remember reacting to several of the videos. They're not really in any order, so you'll have to go through the playlist and stuff and see if you can find them, but they're there. Some of them. I love the main 3 Conjuring movies, but these spin-offs are kind of unnecessary because they are purely fiction. Fictional feels very catchy grabbing. The franchise is so big on true events. They are generic. I would say, though, that the 3rd Conjuring movie, to me, is very much on the realm of that kind of cash grabby. The real story behind The Devil Made Me Do It was 1,000 times more scary than what the movie presented. I was shocked of how different the movie took that story. It was almost like not even the same story. It was pretty shocking. And the villain never even existed. That woman, that witch, never even was a real person. It was completely fictional. Just to add a villain into the story. Made no sense whatsoever why they did that. Made no sense. But the other 2 Conjuring movies, I love. I love the first Conjuring and the second one. Thought they were fantastic. Especially the first movie, which I saw in theaters, and I almost threw my popcorn. It jump scared me really good. But yeah, the other movies in the Conjuring franchise, I think they even wanted to make a Crooked Man movie, which made no sense to me. He wasn't even a real demon, and they're supposed to be, loosely based on true events. The Crooked Man never even happened. It was just something that James Wan made up. First Conjuring was creepy as fuck. It really was. The atmosphere in The Conjuring, the original, was intense. I'm going to say another funny good question. What's your opinion? What is better, The Legend of La Llorona or The Nun? After rewatching, I would say The Nun. After rewatching, I think The Nun was overall a more rewatchable film, in my personal opinion. What is your favorite recent horror movie that comes out? Me and my friend went to see Smile recently, and it was terrifying. The guy behind... I have not seen that movie. Dropped all his popcorn. I have not seen Smile. I'm going to be doing a reaction to it. But I just watched Scream 6 this morning and did a movie reaction for that one. That is now up on Patreon. But my most recent horror film that I've seen... probably The Black Phone of more recently. The Black Phone really got under my skin. Really creepy. The villain of that movie was unsettling too. It wasn't even like it was just a straight up horror film, like a scary movie. It was the concept that scared me and what this guy was intending to do. Fun fact, the first Conjuring is the most accurate one because it had the least made up added stuff. That's why I love it so much. It's because it actually really tried to pay respect to the real story. The Black Phone was so good. Oh, it really was. The Mermaid Brew. The thumbnail on the right hand is forever broken in the middle because I bit my acrylic nail watching The Conjuring. Broke it in half. I broke on the nail root. It grows. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's something. I mean, it was literally rated R because of how scary it was. And it wasn't even a violent movie. It was just it was scary. Oh my god, have you heard they are making a second Black Phone? Apparently that's what I heard. That is pretty insane. I don't know what they're gonna do with the franchise. But I am going to be honest, I'm down to watch the sequel. I really am. I thought about what if it was like, here's what where I would take the Black Phone sequel is maybe the trapper or whatever his name is, the grabber. Maybe the grabber starts calling the kid on the phone and starts antagonizing him and stuff, and maybe it's like a psychological like war, like a game between the grabber and the kid that he was tormenting, and maybe the kid has like some psychological issues because he was so petrified and terrified and scarred because of that whole scenario. Smile 2 is happening. Yep, Smile 2. All right, sorry, I gotta. I'm back. My mates are done. All right, no worries. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. Well, thank you so much for coming back. Have you ever heard of John Pork? I don't think I ever have. The Conjuring will forever be a part of my history. Anytime I have to explain my broken nail, I have to mention it. Yeah. Harleek, you love Smile. By the way, thank you so much for joining, Harleek. We got 31 likes, guys. Thank you so much. $59.99 donations, 17 viewers, and 31 likes. We are killing it lately. I'm excited for the second. Sorry, Conjuring 2. Oh, okay. The Conjuring was good up until the last shoehorned in Valak as the main. Oh, yeah, Conjuring 2 when they shoehorned in Valak. I thought Valak was unnecessary. I really did. Like, she's a creepy character and all, but I really feel like they could have done something separately without introducing Valak into the Conjuring universe. I just completely think it was unnecessary. It wasn't even part of the real story. Made no sense besides the fact that James Wan just wanted a creepy nun in the movie. And he could have done that. It was just pointless. And if you're gonna do Valak, you might have almost as well as just done what he is described as, and you could have made that creepy. But the nuns are just creepy, right? They're kind of like clowns. They're just oddly iffy, weird, you know, creepy. Just watching them walk around. I'm sorry, I'm back. Let's see here. Making sure I've caught up with all my comments. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody's comments. Oh my god, have you heard they're making a second? Okay, I'm making sure I'm caught up. I thought the nun in The Conjuring was very creepy. She was creepy. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not, like, you know, disappointed to see the nun on screen. It's just when they're trying to be based on a true story, I feel like adding stuff like that really kind of takes away from the real story you're trying to portray on screen. I know what you're going for. I know you're trying to make it more creepy and atmospheric, you know, but putting a really demonic nun in there. But I really feel like it was just unnecessary at the end of the day. Are you planning on ghost hunting for yourself in the future? If so, location do you want to investigate the most? I want to investigate the Sally house first off. I really want to try to debunk the ball rolling down the stairs if I possibly can, or try to figure out some things that maybe Sam and Colby or maybe the other paranormal investigators did not figure out. That's where I would go with that. But yeah, hopefully one day that can happen. I am doing my utmost best to hit my goals on Patreon and be member program. I even say, like, if you want to become a member, all you have to do is go down below, click that member join button, and you can become a member right now. I'm always pushing for that because, you know, once we hit our goals, I can actually start doing more original content, start paying my editor more money so I can get more reactions kicked out as soon as possible, like one after the other, every week, hopefully. So there's a lot I want to do, a lot I want to accomplish. It's going to be hard work. It's going to be me pushing myself to my limits. But at the end of the day, I think it would be worth it if I could make a legitimate career out of YouTube. I would love to do this for a living. I think I have a great community. We've built up a lot of people. And yeah, I'm just rooting for the best at this point. You know, you got to go for it. I think I would regret it if I didn't. Jordan, look what I said. Give me 1 second. I was just talking for 1 second. Want to know something funny? When I first watched the Nun video, the guy said the nun's real name, Valak. I actually said the name. Turns out he actually said the same thing as I did. Oh, wow. The nun stole my demon knife with the object filled with Christ's blood. Yeah. Yeah, in the Nun, that was kind of odd. Like, for some reason, the blood of Christ was the reason why Valak was destroyed. And again, these are characters supposed to be based on true things. That never happened. What would be interesting is the people are making conspiracy theories about Finn and what happened, which kind of messes him up, and then he is kind of Corey Cunningham moment, and Gwen tries to stop him. You could go down that path. Maybe he literally has a lot of psychological torment going on. I went to a nun school for a couple weeks. They are way creepier than a lot of creepy things. The nun stole from Demon Knight. Okay, making sure we're caught up. What's the craziest thing you think Sam and Colby have caught besides the ball? Sorry, just brainstorming questions. Oh, you're good. You're good. That's a good question. The craziest thing I feel like Sam and Colby have ever caught on camera. There's a moment and I think it's in one of the plantations that they go to. There's a moment where they catch a shadow or a person walking by the mirror when clearly it wasn't any of them. It was actually some sort of black mask that was in the shape of like a woman dressed in a dress walking by the mirror, and they completely didn't even see her. That is probably one of the better moments they've caught on camera, I would say. That one really got me. Hey, Jordan, are you hyped for the next Meg sequel movie? Yeah, I guess. I mean, the first one was fine. I'm not really like dying to go see it, but you know, good shark movies are hard to come by. It might have been Myrtle Plantation. Yeah, it might have actually been the Myrtle Plantation, actually. Fuck this nun, Tiff fucking honk padonk. Well, then their mother Evers, all you had to do was give me the GDM key, then you could have gotten on with your lives. But you're right, it probably was the Myrtle Plantation. Actually, that does sound familiar. Yeah, I think it was now that I think about it. Yeah, because I think Amanda and the one guy was there. And it was pretty recent. I'd love to go to the Myrtle Plantation. I think that'd be a great video investigation. Sorry, every time I mention Demon Knight, I immediately do the Billy Zane's. Oh, yeah? Nate and Amanda, I think that is the video. Yep, Nate and Amanda. Yep, and that was the same video when Nate made fun of the way the guy died. And that's one of the biggest criticisms I have with that video. No, Nate was the one who was like saying shit like, when you find out that, I think her name was Chloe, got her ear cut off because she was eavesdropping or like bit off or something along those lines. He went and said something along the lines of like, oh, so they Mike Tyson her. Literally to a spirit that says that they said was very familiar with pop culture. So she probably got that reference. And I was kind of like, damn, that is kind of disrespectful. I mean, you probably wouldn't like it if, you know, you were, let's say, a slave back in the day and you got caught hearing something you weren't supposed to and had your ear fucking removed because of it. It's a bit disrespectful. That was where that kind of it just got under my skin a little bit. Have you seen Sam and Colby's newest video? The we spent the night at like 3 different hotels. Yeah, I saw that one. The reaction's up on the channel right now if you want to go check that out. An hour and 30 something long video, I think. An hour 40 something minute because I paused it every once in a while and talked. Yep, it's up there. Way better than the last 2 investigations, I will gladly say. Way better video. Really good. And I think Sam and Colby, just them being them on, you know, without collaborations is almost better, honestly. The new Meg sequel got some good reviews. The last audiences is supposed to be more gory and self-aware because the original was heavily changed, so they tried to do the OG version this time. That's good to hear, at least. I'm glad to hear that it's actually getting some positive feedback. Me and my best friend stayed at the Hotel Roosevelt in LA, which is supposedly haunted. When we arrived, our door was open. We've got locked in there twice. We also caught some shadows running in the live photo. That is very interesting. Very interesting. I will check it out. Absolutely. You definitely should. I'll be right back, Jordan. I got to make a little something for a teaser for my next song, of course. Absolutely. Go for it, man. Do what you got to do. Sorry, guys. My throat's getting a little sore. That's why I'm struggling to talk as loud. Maybe I'm losing my voice. It wouldn't be a surprise. I mean, I've been talking a lot lately. I used to live in a building built on top of a burned hotel that killed a dozen of people, and the shadows there were insane. I want to go back there with equipment one day. That'd be an awesome thing. I would love to go back to my old childhood home back in Washington, but it's a vacant lot anymore. It's only a vacant lot because the house was burned down the same year that we moved out. That place was haunted. That place was 100% haunted. I lose my voice a lot because I talk I like to talk a lot. I like to talk too. I like to talk too. It's fun. I like talking to my community. I love talking to you guys. So, and I got a lot of filming to do tonight. I got to take my bro to work in about an hour or so, and then I got to film. And again, I want to remind you guys that July 2nd is the deadline. And I wish Philip was here because I wanted to tell Philip that his package came. I got a letter in the mail from Philip. So, Philip, that's here. Sorry, I mean, I don't like to talk too much. Oh, okay. This building was 100% haunted, was the place. I finally accepted my medium deposition. Ooh, nice. My throat is still a little sore from the surgery because they had to put a tube down. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that. Help me breathe. Just a little bit scratchy. I'm sorry to hear that. Rose Explore, how are you doing this fine afternoon? Thank you so much for hopping on in. Gosh, I love it. I love seeing a lot of people hopping on. This is awesome. What is the most disturbing movie that you enjoyed? Thought was well because there was a lot of effed up movies, but a lot of them are still bad. Like The Human Centipede is a Serbian film. I've kind of avoided movies like The Human Centipede because I just don't want to watch that. I think that's just disgusting. And I'm not into movies that it sounds bad to me. I just don't want to watch it. And a Serbian film, I kind of got the rundown from a buddy, and he told me how disturbing it was, and he gave me some ideas about how disturbing it was, and I was just kind of like, I don't know if I want to watch that. I mean, literally, I watched a video where a guy was talking about, the elephant story, Mr. Ballin, and I got insanely disturbed even hearing that story. Didn't even have to see any photos or anything. I was just mentally picturing it, and I got under my skin. So if I come across the movie, I mean, there's one I watched recently that was actually quite disturbing, and that's Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. Very disturbing movie. And that movie reaction is coming to YouTube soon. First movie reaction to that movie on YouTube, by the way. Very exciting to say that. My vocal cords are used to talking. Good. Me and my mom are really struggling, though, because we can't keep up with the bill. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. My vocal cords are only used to me singing, streaming in the shower. Yeah, I'd never watch Human Centipede. I just have no interest. It sounds gross. It sounds disgusting. I wouldn't want to just sit there and watch it. Question: which Gamera movie are worth watch? Which should I watch? And Hemtel and Tubi. I've only seen Gamera, Super Monsters, and that sucks. So I just wanted to know where to start. I would not know where to tell you to start. I haven't seen too many of those kind of movies, so I would be the last person. And I put a bad friendship because they told me and my cousin to go kill ourselves. What the fuck? A bad friendship because clearly they were never your friends. Holy shit. I love your videos, by the way. I made a friend because of them. I was watching one of your reaction videos in college, and someone walked to say, hey, you watch JCARTS too? No fucking way. Did that really happen? You know how much that means to me? Maddie D? That is awesome to hear. Wow, there's some look at that! I'm making breakthroughs right now. No kidding. Hell yeah. The cool kids only watch JCARTS. I'm not trying to brag about my ego because I don't have one. I've kind of built one in a sense, but that is pretty awesome to hear. I love that. Thank you so much for telling me that. That made my night. I mean, the donation and everything, I mean, of course, and talking to you guys is amazing, but like that's crazy to hear a story like that. That is crazy. I love that. It's very, yeah. Yeah, that happened. We watched Sam and Colby reactions too. That happened to me. No kidding. No kidding. What were you guys, when I started insulting Sam and Colby and like, maybe criticizing too much, you guys sitting there shit talking to me too? That's okay if you do. I'm just curious. Like, that's awesome. That's so cool. That's just, again, that's just me being honest when something annoys me. Any updates from the copyright warnings? Manny, thank you so much for joining the live stream. Really appreciate it. And, no. I have not heard anything about the copyright warnings yet. Low key, let's just hope that's the way it stays, or they just dropped it completely. I did delete the video, so maybe that had a big play in it, but yeah, seriously, that is, I have not heard anything in a while. But thank you for asking, because I don't think, I haven't really mentioned it in a while, and I've been looking every day on my emails, making sure that I don't get copyright striked. I do have to go. Go to my son's almost here, but was fun. Check you later, Daddy J. Okay, thank you so much for hopping on, Carolyn. I hope you have a good day, rest of your day, and I wish you nothing but the best. Just don't like movies like Human Centipede, Saw, or Hostel. No point. Yeah, I watched the first Hostel movie. I think I watched the first one or second one, and I just was like, Hopefully that's it on the subject. I hope so too. With the whole copyright thing, yeah, I want that thing to be buried. That is so sweet of you, though, Matty D. I really appreciate that. That was a very sweet story to tell me. Hell yeah, hell yeah. You know you've done something if people are actually like saying that. You watch that guy too. That's awesome. I'm almost not into these types of movies. Either Tusk already crossed the line for me, but Cinemax and effed up movies, that is my favorite. Tusk wasn't too bad. Haven't seen Hostel either. It's a crazy little gory movie. You see, I like gore in my movies. Don't get me wrong. I do. I mean, there's some ones that really I love deeply, like the Evil Dead remake. It's a very gory movie, but I love that shit. Have you seen done or anything Ghost Pepper Challenge? I have not done the Ghost Pepper Challenge. Though this morning I did eat a hot chip, and it was pretty rough. No, I've never done the ghost. I did do the bomb. The bomb. Hi, yes, and thank you too, because we hang out in college and a lot now too. So thanks. Absolutely. What's your friend's name? What's your friend's name? That's pretty dope. That really is dope. I'm just completely like just two random people just like, hey, you watch JCARTS too? That's just cool. That's crazy. You did a hot sauce challenge with Lane, didn't you? Yep, the bomb. We did the bomb challenge. Yep. The bomb ground zero. We didn't do like the original bomb, just the bomb ground zero, which was pretty spicy in itself. It wasn't even spicy, man. It was just painful. It literally felt like someone took like a metal hornet and just shot my tongue with it. He's called Flynn. Well, that's pretty dope. Tell him I said thank you, by the way. Tell Flynn I said thank you. I appreciate it. Like I said, Climax is one of my favorites, and especially because it's so messed up, I kind of love it, and it's directed by Gaspar Noé. Nice. But here soon, guys, I'm going to go ahead and have to end the live stream here. It was a lot of fun, but it is getting late. I got to get ready to take my brother to work. I got to go take a shower and everything and get ready for that. But again, really love talking to you guys. Again, thank you so much for the donations and everything like that. I'm not leaving at the moment. I'm just letting you guys know it's getting really close. And when they said that I told they was like done with the bull crap and then told them I was done with them telling me to do stuff I shouldn't do and then block them on everything. I don't blame you. That's probably the wisest thing. It's not, I mean, literally if they told you to go kill yourselves, I mean, they're not your friends. They're just not. That's like literally the worst thing you could tell anybody, to go kill yourself. And my cousin is bi, so they did not need to say that. Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. It's pretty fucked up. I would definitely have removed him from everything myself. No need for that toxicity in your lives. Before you are planning on leaving and want to thank you for the stream, I appreciate it a lot. One of my favorite parts of the week. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm glad you guys actually enjoy the conversations. I'm glad you guys actually have fun having these live streams. And really, I guess I get to know my audience more. It's not just me, talking to a bunch of strangers. I feel like I'm genuinely like getting to know every single person here, which is a crazy thing. Like, the internet has a lot of negativity to it, but it also has a lot of positivity to it, and I feel like this is one of my most positive things I have on the internet. So, later, joined by everyone. Have a great weekend. All right, Mike, thank you so much. It was good talking on live chat again. I'm sorry I couldn't donate. I'm saving. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. Donations are never a requirement. I appreciate them when the time comes, or like when you guys just want to, but they're never required. It's not going to make me love you anymore or hate any less. It's just one of those things that if you want to, the option's there. It means a lot. It helps out, so I appreciate it, but it's never required. Have a good weekend, Sebastian. 34 likes. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. 34 likes on the live stream. $50.99 in chat revenue. We did good today. It was a good live stream, and I appreciate every single one of you. You're all badasses in my eyes. Not going to make me hate you any less. Wow, I feel so loved. Yeah, I probably didn't word that best. Again, I have a sore throat. I'm not thinking properly. I apologize. But yeah, no, I love it. I seriously, and this is a very generic thing for a YouTuber to say, but I genuinely love every single one of you. I mean, seriously, you guys are some of the most kindest people I've talked to. Even when we have like conversations and have disagreements, we always respect each other's opinions, which I appreciate that. I'm always looking for a good community, and I think that's like the best community, people who can respect others' opinions. So I appreciate you guys on that level. which is bullcrap. You know, you're right. You're right. The whole your scenario is insanely bullshit. Yeah, no. I even thought to myself, like, yeah, I probably didn't say that in the best of ways. Like, fuck, my throat was hurting, and I keep like I'm out of water now, so that's one of the reasons why I'm gonna end the live stream. But no, I love you guys insanely a lot. So, insanely a lot. I really do. But all right, guys, I will check you guys out in the next live stream. I remember every Friday I try to go live. So if you guys are new around here and don't know when I go live, Friday is normally when I go live and have conversations with you guys about everything. So, all right, thank you so much for hopping on in. My throat's really hurting. Goodness gracious. You have a great weekend too, the Mermaid Brew. I appreciate that. Good night, Cheyenne. Good night, Rose. Good night, Maddie. I have my notification on, so I'll see you next time. Awesome. I'm glad to hear it. Thank you. Yeah, hit the bell notification, guys. It might help you out. It might notify you, actually. All right. Have a great one, guys. Thank you so much again. All right. I will check you guys out later.